Okay. I just found a baby bird, which you'll see later in this video, that I was trying to feed, that I was pretty much wanting to take care of. And I've seen all these videos on how to make different kinds of food. Okay, well, the dog food and the sugar water. I found that if you get a jar, sugary water, which is turning red from the dog food, I got kibbles of this, the hard kind, it dissolves. It's getting mushy now, but put your sugar water in that, about 3 spoonfuls of sugar, because you're not going to use all the water, and the sugar will stay in the water. Slice up some pears or some kind of fruit really small, as you can get it, and then milk. But before you put the milk and that in there, you add a little bit of sugar to the bottom, because you say you give them fruit when they get older. Well, you might as well give them a little bit of fruit now so they get used to it. You sprinkle just a little bit of sugar in the bottom, just a little bit, like maybe a pinch right before you put the milk in. And that is cichlid food, which is pretty much oysters, piranha kind of food. It's pretty much like beta food, but it's not. And that is just pretty much when I get it done. I'm not going to be able to get it done in this video. You maybe see part 2 if I come out with it, but you get that. You pretty much scoop out that mush, you put it in there with that mush, and you mix that mush up, and then use a syringe to feed to the baby, and not with the baby bird, not with a needle, but like the medicine kind that they used to give the kids. Right? Here's my little baby bird. I found him in the grass. I call him Petey, because I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet. He's got spiky hair. When I say spiky hair, I mean like really spiky hair. I don't want to touch him because you're not supposed to touch them when they're babies, because they have a likely chance to die. But what I've done is I got an old t-shirt, which I rolled up the size of it to make a square, and I put it in this old square box that I found, which I'll move my light so you can see the whole box. Duct tape around it, and a piece of wool or cotton that come out of my comforter, and he's sleeping right now. I just fed him. I'm feeding him with chopped up pieces of worms. It's really disgusting. But I did that, and then duct taped around it, and then I put a piece of wool in there. There's some feathers under the wool that are from an old down pillow, so they're like clean and they don't carry any other diseases. And right there, through the white right there, is my thermometer, which just, since I'm using a light to keep him warm, it measures the temperature. You see right there, between 80 and 100. This is an old candy thermometer, I think, or meat thermometer. Between 80 and 100, and which is exactly where it would want to be. Right up to 100, you might want to start turning it back a little bit, because he's a baby. He's not an egg. You don't need to incubate it. You just want to keep him warm. So you can get right below. You can get a little bit below 80. You cannot get down to 60. 60 will probably kill it. But it's a little below 80 and up to 100, and you want to start turning it back when it gets to 100. But it's about perfect right now. So he's sleeping like a baby, which he is. And that's about it. So just post a comment, not a rude comment. Post a rude comment, I'm gonna get right back on you, just saying. And I'm 15, I'm not a little kid, so don't be saying this little kid is nothing. Alright, for my video, thank you. Bravo, whatever.